I really believe that your personal brand is the key, and this is the answer to a lot of questions. In the future, can you just imagine your future? How successful you can be if you have some people who trust you, if you have your followers, your supporters, because this is the new currency right now. It's not about the money, it's not about time anymore, it's not about dollars or ruble or anything like this. It's about your audience. Because if you have 1,000 bodies behind you who really trust for your opinion, who can support you no matter what, so you start building something. I'm talking about the business and the product, and you put it on the market, and you have 1,000 people. Let's say your product is just for $1, you'll get $1,000 just like this. And now can you just imagine what would happen if you have a $10 product or $100 product or $10,000 product? If you've built something very big, something very unique, and you have these people who can trust for your opinion, this is fucking amazing, bro. And yeah, this is the reason why I built my personal brand right now. I've been making content for the whole month straight. On the February 4th, I started making and posting this content, and I know that in the beginning, I mean, I really believe in that in the beginning, it's not about the quality. It's about how many videos can I post right now, right? Because you can hear my accent. I'm from Russia originally, and at least these videos help me. And of course, the main reason is to help young men. Because when I was younger, when I was just growing up, I really needed this kind of advice. And I'm not talking about just relationship, about just masculinity and leadership, about just content creation or money making. This is the stuff, this is the topics that I personally interested in. And instead of watching so many different creators, instead of trying to find those people on different platforms on Instagram and YouTube, I really needed this guy, or I don't know, a woman, or just, whatever person who has this information, who has this wisdom, who has this experience, who can trust. And I try to be and try to become this kind of man right now. When I just came to this country, I didn't even speak English. I was so zero. Even in a Starbucks or a McDonald's, when a person asked me, hey, if I need a straw, I was like, what the straw means? And they just showed me like the straw, to drink the drink. You need it or not. So I was like zero. And step by step, one day to another, I started building my style, right? I used to go to the community college and I used to post a lot of stuff on YouTube. And this is how I attract some women, some people around me. This is how I was able to get some money just to posting some stuff on social media. And now you may ask, but okay, Ari, you're a guy who moved to this country. And of course, these people, they're interested in the content like this when I just post the stories about America. And so you work with Russians. But no, I'm not working with Russians only. I work with Americans. And right now, my problem is for this morning, I am looking for a private plane, a jet for my client because they just came from the UK, and I try to help them to find a jet so they can see Los Angeles. All right, this is the problem that I have right now, and this is fucking amazing because if not the content, if not my personal brand, I was not able to do anything like this. It's not something like I'm proud of having this kind of problem, but at least it's much more better than driving for Uber or deliver food that I used to do a lot of time. I've spent so much time on these things, on like kind of an immigrant job that I just didn't like at all. And yeah, guys, it was my reason to start building my brand and building my name. And if you're a guy, a man who wants to do something in his life, if you want to be successful, I really believe that you need to have some people who support you, who trust your opinion, right? If you build something really big, I'm not talking about just the product or when you just put something on the market. I'm talking about the value behind your content, the value behind the stuff that you post on social media. It's not enough just to post your lifestyle. I mean, who cares about your lifestyle, man? Just think about it. If you're not a guy who's very famous, who's very rich or successful, so you don't have your name net. I mean, people don't even care and don't even know about you. So how can you do something big for this world if you haven't built anything behind your name? And so, for example, that stuff that I post on social media, that I make for YouTube. This is the topics that I personally interested in. And this is the stuff that I've got some experience in. And this is very important. I'm not trying to say that I'm fluent in like rocket science, or I don't know, like I'm not this kind of guy. I don't want to talk about the shit that I'm just not interested in just to get the attention, just to get some people, reaction. I'm not this kind of man. I want to build my name, and this is what I suggest to you, my friend. And it doesn't matter where you live. You may live like in America, in Russia, in Asia, in India, in Europe. It doesn't even matter, because there are 8 billion people on this planet. And even you have something very specific, something very unique, like a low market, all right? And so you might think, okay, but there is no people who care about this problem. There is no people who will support me with this. But no, bro, it's not how it works. Even me, right? I'm a Russian guy who has this accent, who has a lot of mistakes every time when he posts videos, right? But I don't even care about it. I have 1,000 subs, 1,100 people who already follow this YouTube channel. I have my Instagram account, I have another Instagram account, and I build my reputation from the scratch. And what I do right now, I have multiple YouTube channels and I have multiple Instagram accounts. It depends on what language you speak, right? But this is how I build my audience. Even for me, a guy who just came to this country 6 years ago, who was so fucking zero, right now I am able to make money just because of my audience, just because of the people who follow me. And man, I know some people, they think that they are not ready yet. I don't want to be this kind of man who posts something on social media, who do something for social media to get attention. It's not about the attention. It's not about the likes and comments and anything like this. No, more. I'm not trying to get as many views as possible, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make me any rich. But of course, I want to be rich and I want to be successful. And I believe that your audience, the people who follow you, your supporters, right? This is your currency. This is the new currency, and this is the money right now. Because if you have this attention, if you have these views, I'm not talking about just random views, just like many views when you just post something very, I don't know, when you dance or do something stupid, and you post it on social media. I'm not this kind of guy, because these people will never buy anything from you because they just don't care. But if you have something very valuable, and if you have a lesson in experience, so you make a content around this wisdom, you make a content around your experience, you make your product very valuable, and people will be appreciated for you. And if you haven't started yet, this is what I would recommend. You need to know where you're going to. You need to know who is this man that you want to be in the next 5 or 10 years. You need to think and you need to know about this man. What type of job does he have? What type of people he hanging out with? What type of woman he has? What type of body he has? How much bench press he does, and the stuff like this. And when you have this question, when you have this picture in your mind, this image of your body, of your relationship, about your bank, about your money, now you have this roadmap, because now you're very focused on building something big. It's not about just the people. It's not about just attention. It's about you, about your life, and about your success. And instead of working for somebody else for 24 hours, 7 days per week, when you just need to wake up at 6 or 7 a.m., spend 2 hours going somewhere on the public transportation, right? Having a job that you hate, hanging out with people that you don't like. Instead of this, just make sure that you have your social media, your YouTube, your Instagram, LinkedIn, or X, when you post something on social media, and you build a reputation, build your name. And in a couple of months, maybe in a year, a couple of years, the life will be much better. And right now, like I told you, I've been posting content for the whole month, and this is amazing. I know that some of my videos are shit, when I have no desire to make them, when I don't feel like I want to do, but I just do, right? I don't care. Like I don't care how I feel, because I need to, and I have this image of my future. This is the reason, right? This is what makes me disciplined. I'm not this kind of man who needs, this motivation, because I'm motivated, already motivated. Make sure that you watch my other videos about disciplinarity, about, how to become this version of yourself that you could proud of. But yeah, man, it was so much today. And if you really enjoyed watching this video, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, to my Instagram account, where I also post a lot of stuff, and put it thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Всем пока.